I've seen many of my friends using ChatGPT in the wrong way. It's not necessarily wrong, but there's a much better way to use it. A much better way that can truly unlock ChatGPT's full potential. And I use this exact strategy to completely change the way I work. I use this thread strategist to gain over 1 million views. And I use this sales strategist to get over 180 product sales on Gumroad. And I use this communication strategist to better communicate in presentations and during my workshops. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how I did all of that using the right strategy, using the correct methods to use ChatGPT and unlock its full potential. So you can also use this to literally any skill that you want to grow. As you can see, this is my ChatGPT layout. So we have a lot of categorized chat sections here. So I use all of these specifically. So let me take you to one of the chat sections. So let's say threads, and I'll scroll to the top. As you can see, this is the initial prompt that I gave, and you can see how big it is. Then we can also go to digital product, and you can see this digital product prompt as well. And if you want all of these prompts, it's linked in the description. I'll give you full free access to the document that contains all of the prompts. And if you want another prompt that's not included in the document, you can just go to new chat and say, write me a detailed prompt. And let's say I want about Instagram. So I want to create content about Instagram. I think this is pretty good enough. So let's see what it gives. Yeah, so this is the prompt that it gave. So I can just copy this, and what I like to do is create a new chat and then paste it there, and then I'll delete the old one. For 25 seconds, it has come up with a very long prompt. You can read it, or you can just completely ignore it and just straight up dive into the question that you're trying to find. So let's say, write me a short form post, or let's say script. So let's say what it says. Okay, this is the script that it came with. So 3 mistakes beginners make, and it has a hook. It has the 3 mistakes, and then it also has a CTA, which is well packed. Now, another cheat code that ChatGPT provides is you can click this plus button, go to more, go to canvas mode, and now I can say rewrite the script. Now what it does is it writes it in this canvas sheet, and if I click on edit, it's going to open this canvas sheet. Now the advantage of this is I can edit it myself. I can just type in stuff, and I can fine tune this according to my language and according to my tone. And there are a few other advantages as well. So let's say I don't like the hook. So I'm going to hover over this hook section. I'm going to click this plus icon and say, write me an irresistible hook. Okay, now I just hit enter, and it's going to rewrite this section for me. As you can see, there's a new hook now. You can also click on this show changes button, and it's going to show how it removed the previous one and put in a new hook. What you can also do is go to the previous version. Let's say you want to undo the mistake. So I can just go to the previous version and restore it, or I can just go back to the latest version. So you can do this with the CTA. You can do this with, let's say you don't like mistake 3, you can just rewrite it. And one more amazing feature is if you hover over this button here, it's going to open up many features. So we have adjust length. So let's say the script is too short or too long. I can just click here and I can drag this button. So it's going to go shortest, shorter, current length, longer, and longest. So let's say I want to increase the length of this script. I can go to longer, and I can hit enter, and it's going to rewrite the script for me. As you can see, now it's longer. Another feature is reading level. So let's say you want to use a high vocabulary language or explain it to a kindergarten student. So you can control that as well. Let's say I want to use complex English. Now again, it's going to rewrite this for me, and it's going to use high vocabulary. So let's say words like substantial, proportion, then we have hastening, prematurely, deliberate. So all of the high vocabulary keywords. Again, I can click on show changes and it's going to show me what are the changes that it made. The other feature is add emojis. So let's say I want to make it more lively. I can either add emojis after few words. I can add emojis in the front of the section, and I can add emojis as lists, or I can remove all the emojis. So let's say I want to add for sections. So it's going to rewrite again and add these emojis. Next is add final polish. So let's say I like the script and I want to polish the script, so I can just go hit add final polish and it's going to polish the entire script for me. Canvas feature is extremely important and useful for coders as well. So again, I'm going to hit on this plus icon, go to Canvas, and I'm going to say write me a Python code, create a calculator app. It's going to be very simple, but I'll show you the features that it offers. So it has created this canvas and written the code. I can click on edit. It's going to open the canvas, and as you can see, the code is right here. We have options for this as well, and it is different from the scripts. So we have port to a language. So let's say I don't want it to be Python, I want it to be C++. So I can just hit on C++ and enter. So what it's going to do is it's going to take this code and convert it into C++. So if I click here, as you can see, the entire code is written in C++. It completely provides you freedom to edit or do anything to the code. Then there is a fix bug feature. So if you find any error or any bug, you can just highlight and then click on fix bugs, or you can add logs. I'll show it to you. So you can see it's going to update the code and it's going to add these phrases. So it's easier for the viewer, for the end viewer, to use this application. And the last feature is add comments. So obviously if you want to share the code with someone, it's very beneficial to add comments. So I can just click on add comments, hit enter. So as you can see, it's going to rewrite the code and add comments like this. One of the most important features in ChatGPT is its memory. So to truly benefit from ChatGPT, you can go to Notepad and you can write a huge paragraph all about yourself. So the more information that you put in here, the better it is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this, and in ChatGPT, I'm going to add files. So I've just added this file. I'm going to say read the contents of the file and store it in your memory. Okay, so it has read the contents. So I've said save this in memory. And as you can see, it has updated the memory. So whenever ChatGPT has context about you, it's going to give you like 10 times more productive and useful tips, or else it's going to be very generalized and very vague. If this video showed you even one way to unlock more potential with ChatGPT, imagine what it does if you just stack these strategies on top of each other week after week. And also a bonus, if you want to network with like-minded people age 16 to 24, if you come under that age gap, and if you want to connect with more like-minded people with your interest, with your niche, with your kind of mindset, please click on the link below. I'm inviting you to a Discord community. It's growing really fast. We got over 100 members in just 7 days. So you do not want to miss that out. Check the link below, click on it. Engage with the community. There's a lot of people. If you're studying, if you're building a project, a startup, a business, whatever it is, there are specific channels inside the community that help you with exactly that. Also, don't forget to check out the description and the pinned comments. I'll be dropping in a lot of resources regarding discipline and consistency and how I actually 10x'd my productivity using these simple strategies. And I also made a detailed video on how I stayed disciplined and consistent and how I used a mixture of this to actually grow in various fields in my life. So check out this video. It'll be very beneficial. I'll be talking about how I work, how I think, the books that help me, and there'll be a lot of resources in that video as well. So check this out, and until then, I'll see you in the next one.